Hi darlings, and welcome back to my makeup garden. It's Liz. So today we're gonna do a get ready with me, and we're gonna be using the Evil Mermaid palette here by Klarity Cosmetics. So a couple of weeks ago they had a scavenger hunt on their site, and this palette was free. All you had to do is pay for shipping, and so here it is. Now I have never used this formula before. I did swatch it. Let me insert the swatch right there. It's just a picture, so we're just gonna look at my face and the swatch. So we're gonna play with this palette today. I am gonna be, you may be wondering, like, Liz, why does it look like you have eyeshadow remnants on your eyes right now? And the reason for that is because I just tried to create a look with this palette. And it was not great. It was awful. And I don't like it, so we're starting over. Because it was a shit show. Very, very, very patchy. Very patchy. So we're gonna try again. So I am gonna use an eye base because something I found in my first attempt is that none of the shades applied the way I wanted them to without an eye base. So we are going to try an eye base and see if that helps. I do not normally wear an eye base, but I am gonna use this Prelusion eye base by Devinah Cosmetics. Honestly, I just tried this on the other eye. So I did one eye and it was awful. And then I put the primer on and it was significantly better. So we are going to use a primer with this. But yeah, this has such an it's so like smooth. It's weird. I have not found an eye base that I like as an actual eye base. I'm going to tell you ever. I do not like the Urban Decay one. I don't like how heavy concealer is on the eyes. And this is probably driving some of you crazy. Like, Liz, just do one eye. But honestly, it's really smooth. And this is even probably too much. Like, it has almost like this weird slip to it. It's like, it's so weird. I'm just not familiar with this texture. I don't have anything in my collection that behaves like this. It's so weird. It's almost like silicone-y. It's like got this slip, but then it dries down. I don't know. I did love the pigmentation though of the shadow using it. So we're gonna keep trying it. This is one of the new Devinah ones, and they released these like Black Friday, but it's like already drying down, and it almost has like this. It's so weird. I don't know how to describe this texture. It's really thin. It's really, really lightweight. And it almost feels like it has a little bit of slip. But then it dries down and it's almost like powdery. It almost feels like powder. It's so weird. But it's so light. I don't know. It's almost like the texture of paper. I don't know. Does that sound weird? I don't know how to describe it. Okay, so we're going to go into the shade. Let's go into Washed Ashore here, which is very much like a baby blue color. Now, there is no mirror in this palette, so I'm going to use the mirror from my Noctilucent palette, which, by the way, if you like a little bit of this, you're welcome. People love that. I watch videos and people are like, oh yeah, the ASMR. So you're welcome. Now, this is a really, really dry formula. And this is one of the shades that was broken. I did have 3 shades come broken. That one, and that one were all broken. So 3 out of 5 of the mattes came broken. And it was really wrapped up in bubble wrap. I think this formula is just really, really dry. Or the palette's old. Could be. Could be why it was free. But we're going to use it anyway. Very messy. It's almost like the Give Me Glow ones and how messy it is. But we're going to take this sky blue color. And this one is called Washed Ashore. And we're going to place this on the eye. And we're going to see how, yeah, immediately with the primer, it is loads better. Still not best thing ever, but it is loads better. There is fallout because it is very dry. But we're going to place this in the crease and the transition just to kind of serve as a blue base for the look. Now, I do notice when you sweep this formula, it doesn't do as much as when you tap. So just thoughts. Okay. But it is very messy. See all this fallout? yeah. Not loving that. The base is nice though. It's weird. It's like, I'm not used to using a base, so. But it does feel nice. I almost feel like my eyelids look drier though than they normally would. Like, it's almost like my texture is emphasized, which I don't know if that's the base or if that's a shadow, honestly. Or if it's just my eyelids and they just look like ball sacks today. But, which could be entirely true. Okay, that is not exactly what I was going for, but we're just gonna do it. I think, friends, I think I could hit pan in this shade today. It's got so much malarkey, but it is applying significantly better with the base than it did the first time I put it on my lids, so that's good. This color is a beautiful color though, and it does have nice opacity. It is not easy to blend though. For something that has so much fallout, it does not want to sheer out well. At least not in like my normal application methods, you know? So, all right. Is this what I wanted it to be? Not really. I'm giving a little bit of Mimi from Drew Carey, but it is an interesting color. I'm not used to seeing this color on my eyes. Okay. We are about as good as it's going to get, I think. Let me use a baby wipe to clean up some of this because right away, this is immediately messier than I would like it to be. So let's do that. Let's just, you know, help. Okay. Yeah. I have been using palettes in my collection like that I would not normally reach for in the, you know, preparation of my upcoming declutter. Because here's the deal. Like, I'm not really committed to like declutters. I did a really big declutter last year. I'm not going to declutter as much this year, but I do want to get rid of some stuff. And the one I did yesterday, let me just show you the look. Here's a picture of the look, okay? It was so bad. See that harsh line? That harsh line is there because that reddish color was a satin, and the satin formula did something to the matte, and it changed the matte. So anywhere that satin formula went, it did that. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't use those colors together in a previous look, and then I did yesterday because I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little vampy. Let's do this. It was awful. It was awful. So can't wait to get rid of that one. You'll see what it is soon. But yeah, I was just like, what the fuck? Okay, so see how messy that is? Now, some of this, the bumpiness is because of the pan being broken and me repressing it. But it's like really... Did you see? So, just saying. Okay, we're going to try to go into Aquaholic here to deepen the crease a little bit. The last time I tried to use this shade, it did not show up at all. So let's see if that primer is actually going to make a difference in the color or not. So I am using a BlendBunny B5. And I wanted to use some tried and true brushes for me, just in case, you know, it was me or, you know, whatever. I wanted to make sure I used tried and true because, you know, I don't know. It was so finicky the first time. Like, if you look, that color is barely visible. Tonally, even though they look so different in the pan, on the eye, it's really not translating well. Now, I think you can build this up a little bit, but I don't feel like it's going to build up the way that we need it to. So, all right, let's do the other eye. You know what I'm going to say. Okay, cool. We're on the same page. That did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. So, cool. I'm going to keep doing it. Listen, it's my palette. I'm not a makeup artist. I can just blow on it because I can. I don't care if it's proper hygiene. It's my palette, you know? Okay, so we're going to go into this shade. And we're going to try not to regret our life choices when we use it. Actually, I'm afraid to tap it too hard. Now, this shade is called Conspira, C-S-E-A. And it is like a deep, it's not blue. It's a purple. It's very much like a purple. But it almost has like blue undercurrents in it. I kind of wish it was a deep navy. I feel like that would be a better fit for this palette as a whole. But let's see if we can get this to go. Okay. Lots of fallout. That's to be expected for me with such a deep shade. I do find that normally I keep trying to sweep this and you can't. You have to tap it. That is not showing up with this brush. So let me change brushes. We're going to go into this brush here, which is what I tried to use previously with this shade. We're going to try. This is from Glamlight Michaela. This is the O2 brush. What the hell? Oh, my cat is knocking things around. Okay. All right, let's see. There's the pigment. We were looking for you. It's still not applying great. Okay. Let's try dipping in again. Because that is honestly a little disappointing. So, okay, that's better. Let's see. Loads of fallout with that shade. I'm going to look down so that I can get into this crease area. Because I do have smaller hooded eyes. They're not like obscenely hooded, but they are somewhat hooded. I have a little bit of lid space, but not a lot of real estate, you know? Now, even with the primer, this shade is patchy. It is patchy. It's very patchy. Hopefully the shimmers save this look because it's not going to be because of the mattes, let me tell you. So far, this matte formula is not my jam. It could be one of those that you have to work really hard to use. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm at the stage in my like makeup journey that I do not care about learning. Like if your brand has a formula that is so specifically picky that you have to learn new techniques just to apply it, I'm not buying it. Fuck your brand. Like, sorry to be crass, but like, it's a waste of the consumer's time to not have like the same quality. Like you're paying for these products, right? Yeah, that is really, really patchy. Well, I think we're just going to clean up and we're going to blend that out a little bit. Loads of fallout. So be sure if you have this to do your eye makeup first. Before you even bother with, you know, the other. So let me blend this out and then we will go into the shimmers. Okay, so let's go ahead and put on a glitter primer. I'm going to be using this one by Devinah. This is their Specular glitter primer. And I've been enjoying this. My packaging popped off like the tip. But I really like the formula. It's like an extra tacky NYX glitter primer. Yes, I did get some on my lash there. It's okay though. It's like an extra tacky NYX glitter, but it does dry down faster than NYX glitter primer. Okay, so let's use our finger to put this on. And I think we're gonna plan to put, which direction should we go in? I kind of want to stick to these kind of tones. So I think I want to put this on the inner part of my eye and this on the like outer third. So let me go ahead and use a brush for this. Let me see if that's going to work. So I have this double-ended one from Sigma. So we're going to take this one called Get Off My Tail, and we're going to load up the brush, and we're going to place that on the inner corner here, the inner third of the lid. Okay, and then this is a double-ended brush. This came from one of their palettes. I think it was the Untamed palette is actually where it came from. Now, this is messy on the brush, just so you know. Like, it's not one of those that you put on and it wants to stay. It's almost like it's not putty-like. It's like a very sparkly shimmer. Like, it has different levels of pigment in it, like different textures of pigment. So it is like more of a textured shimmer. The color's pretty though. It is messy, even with a primer though. That's pretty. It's almost a little deeper in the pan than I was expecting it to be. So it's a little bit deeper on the eye than it is in the pan, but it is very sparkly. Let me see if I can apply this now that I kind of have the shape I want. Let's see what it looks like when I apply it with my finger. Okay, so no, things are always more pigmented when you apply them with your finger. That's just kind of how it goes. Your finger will have maximum density. And the denser the formula, you know, the better it'll apply, like the stronger it'll apply, I should say. Now, right away, I can tell you that this is very messy. There is a lot of sparkly fallout on my eyes. But the color itself is pretty, but the, we're just having a day for application, friends. Okay. So I'm probably going to use my finger for this next shade too. Let's go into this one here. Oh, this is pretty. But let's stick with these tones. So we're going to go into this one. This is called I Don't Fin So. I like the names. I think they are cute. It's like, you know, cute little plays on word. Play on words? I guess play on words is the appropriate way to say that. Oh, this one's also very textured. And it is a ton of fallout. Not even like, it's like not even staying on my eyes. It's so fallout-esque. Fallout, is that even a word? Now I think this would be pretty as a topper shade, but I don't necessarily think it's successful in this manner. So I think I'm gonna go into Murky Waters, which is right here. I'm gonna grab some of that. And let's try putting Murky Waters on. This is very sparkly, but it is not successful for that use. I think that's meant to be more of a topper shade. And it is very messy. So let's see. Let's go into Murky Waters. Let's add that. Yeah, it's a little bit better texture-wise. I'm trying to hold my thoughts. You know, it's one of those things. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Well, I'm going to say lots of stuff. I'm just not ready to say it yet. Because I don't know about you, but I look like I motorboated the ass of a fairy stripper. And by fairy, I mean like the pixie kind that has dust. Okay, I'm going to do mascara real quick and come back, and then we will do the rest of the makeup, okay? All right, let me just clean this up. I am using a baby wipe because I have them next to me and they are effective. Okay, I will see you in. All right, I'm back. So let us do the rest of the makeup. I just put some of this Superhero It mascara. It's by IT Cosmetics. And then from the Noctilucent palette, I put this shade right here, which looks more green in the pan, but it's actually really got like a blue fleck, which is funny because in camera, this looks more blue, but it actually looks more purple in real life. I love shifty shades. But this is called Transient. So I put that in the inner corner, and I actually feel like that kind of saved the look a little bit, because these were not fun to apply. They were not. So let me go ahead and put some color corrector on underneath my eyes because, you know, that's how I roll. But let me just tell you, there is so much glitter all over my face. It's in my hair. I have glitter sprinkled. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. It's like the mug that you get for Christmas when you have a shelf full of mugs. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so what do you guys think is a good present for a teacher? So I got her teacher a gift card because, you know, but I don't know, firstly, what an appropriate amount is. I have a kindergartner, and, but I don't know what an appropriate amount is for a teacher. You know, how does that work? You know, because I'm the kind of person who would just like to make cookies and be done. But nowadays, everyone expects a gift. And don't get me wrong, I love our teachers, but, you know, it's kind of hard to keep track of all of the things, you know? So, okay, I am putting this Tarte Maracuja tinted hydrator on my face. I put the e.l.f. color corrector on, and this is in the shade Peach. So, and we're just gonna do that. I have, my rosacea has been flaring up on this side, and I think I have an abscess forming on my tooth. It doesn't hurt, but my cheek is puffy. So we are all kinds of struggling over here. I did hydrate my skin ahead of time. So I just used the Ordinary's hydrating gel moisturizer. I'm just going to put this on. I am going to put this on with a brush. I'm just doing a preliminary on. I like this product. It's very lightweight. I don't want to wear concealer today. So I think I'm just going to put a little bit of this on, give me a little bit of coverage. And I don't mind how it wears under the eyes either. So I did put extra moisturizer because right here I have a couple of dry patches in that spot. And I've honestly forgot to moisturize my face last night. So I've been a struggle bus. I don't know about you, but I go through periods where I am like fucking organized. I'm so good. I'm like, yeah, I'm on top of it. And then it all falls apart. And I'm having a fall apart couple of days. It's because with the holidays and trying to keep track of everything, my brain is overloaded in places. See, look, it's still falling. Can I just tell you, I had to wipe off my mascara brush after I used it because there was so much glitter on my mascara brush from my lashes. Okay, see, that just evened out my skin tone. I like that. Covered a little bit of the redness of my cheek, but I don't expect it to cover everything because it's just a tinted hydrator. It's like a BB cream, you know? Okay, so let's go into bronzer. I'm gonna use this Makeup Revolution one. This is a little bit cooler toned. And I kind of want to use it for contour and then use my tried and true over it. So let's do that actually. I don't normally mix cream bronzers, but I'm kind of feeling in an experimental mood. And I kind of want to find ways to use these products because I don't reach for them that often because they're just not quite right. So this is a little bit cooler. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I feel like it looks cooler in the pan than it really is, you know? So, nope, definitely cooler. Significantly cooler. I don't want to bring this up onto my brow. I have in the past, but because my skin is more light medium right now, it is starting to lighten. We're going to put it in the shadowy areas. And we'll just blend it out. It does blend out nicely though. I got to give Makeup Revolution credit for that. It does blend out nicely. It doesn't work with every foundation I have. It did not work with the L'Oreal. I think that's right. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks nice. I am going to use my tried and true. I call this my tried and true, but I mean it. Because I don't say that about a lot of products. This one by Tarte. I like it. I do like it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on the rest of my face because I do like to look bronzed and I do like cream products. Okay. And I'm just gonna blend it in with this a little bit. But I just like it. We look bronzed to the gods, and that is for the best. Honestly, it's kind of coming together, and the eye look does look really pretty. It's just not easy. It was not easy to create. Okay, let's go into a blush. What do I have in front of me? I have some Melt, but I kind of want to use this Iconic London one because I haven't used this in a while. And I am going to put it on the back of my hand because I don't remember how pigmented it is. And honestly, liquid blush low-key scares the shit out of me. And I'm not afraid of a lot. But because look, I just tapped and it's already like, okay, we'll put some here. I do have a lot of like blush in my face anyway because I have rosacea. And it has been flaring up because I have not been taking care of my skin the way I should be. Okay, so it's a very pretty pink color. I was worried that it was going to be too much, and it still may prove to be too much, but it does look nice. I feel like the eyeshadow is literally just falling further. I didn't apply anything to my my lower lash line. So put a little bit of that on the bridge of the nose. We don't need a lot. Okay, I'll put that, some of that, I'll diffuse it on the top of the forehead just to kind of bring it all around. Am I going to powder my face today? No. I don't feel like I need to. My skin is kind of drinking up everything. I do feel like I kind of want a little bit of lightness on the under eye, but I know if I put that Charlotte Tilbury powder, it's gonna look like garbage. Let's not pretend. Let me put on some lip oil because that's what I'm feeling. I'm actually drinking a coffee right now because I actually stopped at the one at Target when I went. So I'm still, again, you guys know my thoughts on this Lunar Beauty lip oil. I really want to try the Juvia's Place one. Have you tried that one? I'm very curious about it and I want to try it. So I'm thinking about placing an order for Juvia's Place. They have a lot of products that I've been looking at for a while, including those new liquid shadows. I'm interested in those. I'm interested in their lip oils. And I'm really kind of curious about their complexion products. So I've heard like hit and miss things about their complexion products, but I don't know. If you've tried them, will you comment below and just let me know if you like them or not? And friends, I feel like this took a long time, and then this is all we got. So I'm sorry if it's not your cup of tea. Is it weird that I kind of want to just put more bronzer? Like pile on the bronzer. Is that where do we... I think we're okay. You know what we're missing? We need a highlighter. I think that's why I keep looking at my face funny. So let's go into... I have this one here by Beauty Bay. Now, I've really enjoyed this. This is the Aura. This is from their Sunset Eye collection or whatever it was called. But I kind of want to just go into this lighter color here. I'm just going to use my finger and tap. And I'll just do it into the camera. But I think this is a really pretty highlighter. Now, I don't know about that Iconic London blush, honestly. It doesn't feel like it's fully setting down. And now I'm a little afraid because I have already started putting highlighter on. Maybe the highlighter will just set it down. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not really seeing it on the skin right now. I normally can. Nice. There it is. A little bit. A little bit. Normally I use a brush for this, but I just felt like being lazy and not digging in to my bin. Okay, so yeah, there we are. I like a little bit on the nose, just a little smidge. Little smidge. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for me today. I gotta go wrap a giant Pikachu. It's not giant, it's just like as big as my arms. Pikachu, because my little loves Pokemon. So I got our Pikachu. But anyway, I love your faces. Thank you so much for being here. As far as this palette goes, I feel like my Beauty Bay Midnight palette does a better job, and I will probably declutter this, honestly. I'm not mad that I got to try it. I will probably wear it maybe 2 other times, just trying out the other shades. But today we used this one. This one, we tried to use this one, but this was like glitter, like bukkake everywhere. We used this one, and honestly, we tried to use this one. We tried to use this one. We used this one. We used a lot of these shades today, or at least we tried to use them. I'm not pleased that I had to do this twice, like the eye look twice. Now, they do not appear to be creasing initially, so that's great. I appreciate that. At least that's working in our favor. But I will try it a couple more times just to see if maybe my techniques don't work on it. I'll try maybe a couple others, and I will update you guys at another time. But I am very tempted to declutter it just because it's lacking pigmentation. But the eye look that I created came out beautifully. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good at some basic techniques for eyeshadow, and I feel like that helped with this, but I still don't feel like it blended out the way I would have liked it to blend out. And I don't feel like the pigmentation is there. Like I said, I will continue to try it. I'll probably use it 2 other times, but I think for sure this one's going to get decluttered, which is a shame. I'm not sure how the rest of Klarity Cosmetics, how their formula is comparatively. I don't know. But this one, I don't feel like it was successful. So I will list all of the products that I used, including the shades that I used on my eyes today, or at least tried to use, in the description box below. And I love your faces. Thanks so much for being here. Like I said, I don't feel like this was one of those things that was just like, this was the most exciting get ready with me ever. I'm literally going nowhere. I'm going to wrap Christmas presents at the table next to me and try to reorganize my life and come up with maybe some New Year's resolutions, because I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but like New Year's is less than 3 weeks away, and see if there's anything that I want to work towards in 2024. Oh God, ugh, I just cringed saying 2024. And with that, I bid thee adieu. I love your faces. Thanks so much for being here, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.